Alright guys, in this video I want to talk about something that is still widely discussed in the raw feeding and fresh food world, and that is whether or not to choose pre-model raw or PMR or BARF, and which one is the right choice and which one is the wrong choice. Let's get started. What is up everybody, it is Scott the Dog Dad, the raw feeding coach from rawfeeding101.com, and if this is your first time here on the channel, please subscribe and click that little bell notification icon that's next to it so that you get notified about future raw feeding videos. Alright guys, so what is the right choice, what is the wrong choice when it comes to PMR or pre-model raw or BARF model raw? Which one is the right choice? Which one is the wrong choice? Well, before we get into that, let's talk about what the two models actually are, because I know that's still a little bit gray and confusing for some people. So let's cover that first. And really quickly, in the comments section below, let me know which one you have chosen and why. Have you chosen pre-model raw or have you chosen BARF, and why? Just down there, drop a comment just down there. Alright, so pre-model raw, what is that? What is PMR pre-model raw? To put it in its simplest terms, it's animal parts. Your dog is getting the vast majority of its calories, of its nutrients, of its vitamins, its minerals from animal parts. Whether that is meat, bone, organ, feathers, fur, eyes, brains, so on and so on. If it was flying, swimming, running, walking, it's for the most part, with a few exceptions, part of the pre-model raw diet, or could be part of the pre-model raw diet. So that's PMR in a nutshell, animal parts, pretty much exclusively. These people also tend to stay closer in the natural solutions versus supplement solutions like whole oily fish instead of an omega-3 supplement like fish oil, but that's going a little bit deeper into it. But the most basic explanation of pre-model raw is animal parts almost exclusively. Okay, now let's talk about BARF, which there's so many terms for it, so many people call it so many different things. Biologically appropriate raw feeding, biologically appropriate raw foods, bones in raw foods. I mean, the list goes on, but I like to think of it as biologically appropriate raw foods. So what is it? So let's just take our first model, pre-model raw, PMR, and add in things like fruits and vegetables, as well as a lot more supplements than the PMR people tend to feed. So again, BARF model raw is basically pre-model raw with the addition of things like fermented veggies, blueberries, other small berries, other low glycemic veggies, and a little bit more supplementation than the pre-model people tend to do. And there's Wolken moving in the background. I'm going to try and be a little bit more raw with you guys, no pun intended, and not do so much editing. So I'm not going to edit that out. You're going to hear him moving. So there's a couple of other things that people go into, including myself, like hybrid diets and whole prairie diets, etc. But the two main biggies are pre-model raw, PMR, and BARF model raw, BARF. So which one is the right choice and which one is the wrong choice? The only wrong choice is using it as an excuse to not get started.
Say what?
The only wrong choice is letting whether or not you're going to feed pre-model raw or BARF stop you from making the switch. That's the only wrong choice. The right choice is just picking one. And here's why. I know at this point, and I've been feeding raw for almost 9 years now, taught thousands of people how to transition their dogs to a raw diet, have getting close to 18,000 people in my Raw Feeding 101 group on Facebook, have taught hundreds of people through my course and one-on-one coaching how to transition to raw, and one thing remains consistent. I know very, very few people that stick to one of these models very, very strictly. And what I mean by that is they don't deviate from those definitions of animal parts only or animal parts only with the addition of some fruits and vegetables, and they never do anything else. They always have those things in there. Most people end up feeding some form of a hybrid diet anyways. When I say a hybrid diet, I mean they're kind of bouncing back and forth between models, and they're mixing and they're matching. Maybe you're a prey model feeder predominantly, but you give some veggies every now and then. Or maybe you are a whole prey model feeder, but you can't source whole prey right now, so you end up doing more of a prey model thing. Most people, no matter what, end up feeding some form of a hybrid diet. Now look, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that researching these two different things and trying to decide what's best for your dog is wrong, because it's not wrong. I teach people in the Raw Feeding 101 course to look at those two different things and try and make the decision that they feel is best for their dog, with their dog situation, and so on. What I'm trying to say here is that using this, which one is better, prey model raw or BARF, as an excuse to hold off the switch for 6 months is just the wrong call. It's really not, because almost definitely, no matter which one you choose, in the end, you're going to end up with some kind of a hybrid diet anyways. So you might as well just pick one, get the transition done with, and then start doing your further research to start adding and removing things from your dog's diet to make your dog's diet the best that it can be for them. And there's Horace moving in the background. Now you've heard both the dogs. Again, the only wrong choice is letting prey model raw or BARF stop you from making the switch. The right choice is just picking one. Pick one, get your transition done, and then start making adjustments afterwards, because you're probably going to end up feeding a hybrid diet anyways. If you want to learn more about raw feeding and other raw feeding related stuff, make sure to check out rawfeeding101.com/RF101stuff and all of the useful information in the description box below. But most importantly, remember that you don't have to be perfect to be an amazing dog owner. You just have to do your best every day and try to improve as you go forward. Peace.